for those people who don't know you, Randy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Randy Sidawi. I'm part of the Seventh Day Adventist Church, Ottawa East. Came to Canada 8 years ago now. I live in Ottawa, and I'm a mental health advocate in the community where God has blessed me to start an organization reaching out and talking about mental health because it really touches each and every one of us. And God really cares about our mental health just like He cares about our physical health and spiritual health. That's who I am.
All right, perfect. So, vulnerability can have a number of different meanings depending on the context, but today we're specifically talking about vulnerability as it relates to our relationships with other people, being vulnerable with your friends, your family, your community, God. So we're asking you, our first question is, why do people fear vulnerability?
First of all, vulnerability takes a negative connotation in people's mind. When you say I'm vulnerable, they automatically think I'm weak. Like when someone tells you you're vulnerable, you automatically take, oh, I'm weak, I'm unprotected. That's why they try to, no, I don't want to look weak. I want to be strong the whole time. That's why people run away. They don't want to be exposed to their deepest secrets or their deepest fears. Because they
Yes.
think they are the only ones who are feeling those feelings. They are the only ones, and others will be weirded out by what they're feeling. And the matter of fact is, we all have pretty much the same fears, the same train of thoughts. We all have similar problems at different times in our life. And if others didn't experience it exactly the same, they have thought about it or they've passed something like it. So, yeah.
So how do we embrace vulnerability and the power that comes from being vulnerable with other people?
Vulnerability, in my mind, is a very positive thing to have. It shows that we are humans. It shows how much we are in touch with our feelings, our thoughts, and how much we are able to understand others around us as well, how much we are able to be compassionate with others as well. When we are vulnerable and we show our vulnerability, people tend to trust us more. They would look, oh, this person
Yes.
understands, and he might understand me. Let me go seek his help as well. So it's a positive thing. We should embrace it because if we're not vulnerable, we're putting a block between ourselves, even ourselves, and a block with other people as well. And we're losing opportunity to have true relationships, true friendships, and in
Yeah.
moments that we needed the most, true help. Because if we don't reach out and talk about our feelings, our thoughts, we're just to our mind. And when we need it the most, our mind really is not thinking in the clearest. And we need our help. A mentor, a father, a pastor, a friend that we really trust that will guide us, that we know they're pretty much doing well in their life and they know they've had experiences. So we lose on that if we are afraid to share our thoughts. And guess what? They might have passed through that same thing. Through my mental health journey, I have passed through depression. And for the longest time, I was afraid to share it because where I come from, it is something that we don't talk about.
That's
It's
true.
something that
Yeah.
is taboo. That means you're weak. Depression, come on, like you're a man.
Yeah.
So I hid it for some time until I could take it no longer. I prayed about it, and God gave me the strength to reach out to others, reach out to church friends, to family, even to medical help. It was at that moment when I reached out to all these friends and medical people that I understood that, hey, a lot of people have passed through these things and they know
Yeah.
about it. And they helped me in various ways. whether through my diet, changing some of my daily habits, simple things
Mhm.
that I could do, um, some exercise, but even reassuring me that it is okay to talk about it. And there is healing
Yes.
in that specifically, in sharing a grief. There is healing in that. This is why when we see when someone passes away, people gather
Mhm.
around them to
That's
support them
mhm.
emotionally. And when we're passing through things, it is very healthy to share it with those we trust. Obviously, not put everything about us on social media, because there are people that we don't know what they're going to do with those information, but it's
Yes.
very important to share it with a circle that we know, we trust. And when we're better, hey, we have passed through something that we can help others as well. We
Share,
know
yeah.
about it, right?
Hmm.
And one more thing I want to say that really helped me through my mental health journey is really a vulnerability with God.
That's
Um,
it.
because a lot of times we tend to, even from God, we tend to hide our deepest fears, thinking that He's not going to be able to take care of it. Let me take care of it myself and then go to God.
Mm.
Go to God with your bare feelings, everything that you're feeling, and I assure you that He will touch those even smallest details that you have, and He will heal you and make you the best version that He wants to see in you.
Thank you so much, Randy. I'm just so inspired by what you're taking. I think something that's really huge is the connection that vulnerability creates between us, and how coming together, when we come together, there's healing. So thank you so much for taking this time to share with us. This in itself is an act of vulnerability. And you just let the people at home know and enjoy the rest of your service.